If you're creating YouTube videos for your business and it's not making the kind of money that you expected, you're not alone. In fact, 99% of YouTube channels never even reach monetization. So yeah, it is extremely hard to make significant money on YouTube. But the good news is, I found a repeatable and unique 4-step process to get paid using YouTube, and it works every single time. I've used this blueprint to make over $107,000 here and over $84,000 here. So if you're tired of uploading YouTube videos that just don't pay off, stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. By the way, I talk about this kind of stuff a whole bunch in my weekly newsletter called Your Extra Paycheck. I often share tons of stuff that I don't have time to really share on the channel, so be sure to go check it out. The link is in the description. Now, before we get into the 4 steps, let's kind of define what kind of monetization we're talking about here. When I started my YouTube channel in 2017, I was just like you might be right now, trying to figure out how to make money with zero experience. And to make it harder, my wife wanted to quit her job so that she can stay home with our newborn son, which meant I had a 9-month deadline to figure this out. Now, maybe you don't have the exact situation that I had, but I'm guessing that you felt the same pressure needing YouTube to actually work and not just be a hobby. Now, all those years ago, at least to my knowledge, the best way to earn money from YouTube was AdSense or the YouTube Partner Program. So I had a plan. I love sports, so I was going to make videos on sports, get millions of views, and get paid from it. So that's what I did. I made videos on sports and posted them onto YouTube. But I didn't get millions of views. I got like 20 views, and then 65 views, and then 52 views. And just to be honest, getting only 137 combined views after hours of work really disappointed me and made me want to give up. In fact, let me know in the comments if you've ever felt that way about your videos. And we weren't the only ones that had this problem. I mean, even today, YouTubers with millions of subscribers simply don't know how to make money from their audiences. Like this guy, and even this guy who's working at Walmart right now, and he has a channel of 3.2 million subscribers. Now, I'm not throwing shade at Walmart employees, but if you've ever felt stuck uploading videos that go nowhere, then you know exactly how I felt. So I had to pivot. How do you get paid from YouTube without having to depend on getting millions of views? Well, that particular failure forced me to look for a smarter way to make money from YouTube. And that's when I discovered a system that I like to call nowadays the binge to buyer blueprint. But before we get into the step-by-step of how this method works, let me show you the power of it. Check out this example. This is a video that I posted a while ago and it got about 120,000 views. Now, with the YouTube Partner Program only, this video generated $916.89. Now, that isn't terrible, right? I mean, for someone just starting a channel, that's a significant amount of money. But if you were to divide that 120,000 views by 916, you would get less than 1 cent per view. But what if there was a way to make 100x or 1,000x that kind of money with the same amount of work? Well, let's get to our second example. Now, these 4 videos got a combined 20,157 views, with most of those views going to that very first video. But that 20,000 views generated over $84,000. That means each individual view of those videos generated me $4.20. That was the moment that I realized that you don't need millions of views, you just need the right views. And that changed everything for me, and it can for you too. So how do we fix this? How can we make more money with fewer views? Well, that is where the binge to buyer blueprint comes in. This is a 4-step framework that is easily repeatable and just takes a little advanced planning. The binge to buyer blueprint consists of 4 parts: the target, the plan, the banger, and the binge. Let's break down each so that you can replicate the process. The first step is the target. Now, most YouTube strategies start with the video and worry about monetization afterwards. We need to reverse this. We first need to figure out where we want to direct our traffic and go from there. And there are 3 main ways to do this: referral marketing, digital products, and sponsorships. Now, I talk more in depth about these in this video, but let me quickly give you the highlight. Referral marketing thing is partnering with a company to help them directly sell their product or service. You would then negotiate a rate on what you'll be paid anytime a sale happens. Businesses that run these referral programs love it because they don't have to pay you until after an actual sale has been made. But it's great for you as well because it's straight cash just for referring businesses to a brand. Now, your own digital product sales are great because you as the creator, you earn 100% of the proceeds when somebody buys. This usually more than quadruples the amount of money that you'd make just with referral marketing. Other target that I would recommend is sponsorships. Now, the key to making more and more money with sponsorships is getting them their primary objective, which is usually generating sales, but it can be some other stuff as well. So for example, if you have an audience that's full of plumbers and you partner with a brand that offers a good and affordable monkey wrench, well, that is a match that's just made in heaven. The sponsor gets exposure to a trusted audience that perfectly matches their product. Now, regardless of what target you decide to choose, whether it's affiliate marketing, your own digital products, or sponsorships, you need to choose one and move on to step 2 of the process, the plan. Now, the plan refers to planning out what content we're going to create that highlights, that complements and directs traffic to our target. If you're using this process on YouTube, I'd plan out at least 5 videos that you're going to create. So to be clear, the goal of these videos is not to go viral, but to get the right views. We don't want casual window shoppers or people who are just casually watching our videos. We want people that will come into the store and buy something. So what kind of videos should we plan out? Well, there are 4 video types that you will likely create to generate interest around whatever subject you like. Let's briefly go into each one. Video 1 is the review. Now, this video is just what it says it is. It's a video review of a product or service that you're going to be promoting. The goal of this video is to catch people that are on the verge of buying and just need an extra nudge over the edge to make the purchase. Video 2 is the deep dive. Now, the deep dive helps to bring awareness not only to the product, but you as the expert as you actually use the product. With that in mind, it would be great in that video to do a clear demonstration of how the product works and the reason that you're using it to help solve your problem. Now, video 3 is the helper. This is the video that will help differentiate you from everyone else that's promoting the same product. And this one is super powerful because when every other creator is just saying, hey, go buy this because I said so, you are creating something different. You are going to say, hey, check it out. I have this free thing that's going to help you use the product better. And then on to step 4, this is the experience video. Now, this video is usually entitled something like, I researched 100 different tools and this is what I learned, or something like that. The title is a little bit more general, but the main purpose of this video is to help people narrow down their decisions because they're probably looking at similar products that do something different and need to figure out why the one that you're promoting is the best one. So to review those 4 types of videos, you want to make the review, the deep dive, the helper, and the experience. The secret sauce here is that you can actually make as many of these videos as you want, all talking about the same subject, but I recommend doing at least 4. Now, I know that was a lot, so if you need a little bit of extra help with this, be sure to go check out my newsletter, Your Extra Paycheck. The link's down in the description. I talk about stuff like this all the time to help you make more money with your YouTube channel. All right, so far we've talked about the target and the plan. Let's now dive into the banger and the binge. So first off, the banger. The banger, that's where we actually create these videos, but there are 3 specific tactics that you need to be sure to add into each one of these video types if you want them to be as effective as possible. Tactic 1 is to actually use the product so that you have intimate knowledge of it. Have you ever been looking to buy something and you found a video that should be talking about it, but when you watch it, you realize that the person or the AI voice or whatever it was never really bought the product and has no right to even really be talking about it? Well, I'm telling you right now, don't be that person. Well, you might be saying now, well, what if you can't afford it? Well, you can reach out to these companies and ask them to send you a review copy of whatever product and service you happen to be promoting. Regardless, having the product will help your sales, so just do it. Now, banger tactic number 2 is to just be likable. People who are looking for information on your product are going to stumble upon your videos, so be sure to come across as knowledgeable and entertaining. And there's a reason for that, because as viewers find your video, you want them to know and like you as well, not just for the product. That way they can see you as an expert in the field, and they're more willing to come back and watch future videos that you're going to post. It's kind of like when you go to a friend for some advice. You don't want to just lay out the facts and leave it cold and hard. Level with people and make them feel confident, make them feel heard, make them informed, engage with them in the videos. Whatever you have to do, just try to become their friends. Once they start coming back to your videos pretty regularly, the trust will eventually build a relationship so that they will come back to you when they need answers. Banger tactic number 3 is the call to action, or the CTA. So just so that we're on the same page, a CTA is when you directly tell people to do something or to perform some type of action. This can be clicking a link, it can be commenting on a video, or straight up just telling people to go out and buy the product. But you need to be strategic in where you put these CTAs. So be sure to include a clear and direct CTA in the first 90 seconds of your videos. You also want to include one softer CTA, which is a little more casual throughout the body of the video somewhere. And then another pretty direct, clear, direct CTA at the end of the video. The only caveat here is to be careful of giving people too much homework or too many things to do, because usually presented with too many options, people won't do a thing. Just be sure to keep it simple and have one or maybe 2 different CTAs in every single video. Now, the final part of the binge to buyer blueprint is the easiest of them all, the binge. Now, even though it is the easiest, it is the most powerful part of this entire blueprint. Now that we've created this network of videos, you need to now post them onto your channel one after the other. The reason for this is that each video depends on each other. So the sooner that they all exist together in one unit, the better. Once you have posted all of the videos, give it some time and then see which one of those videos that you created performs the best. Now, when I say the best, I mean the one that created the most sales. Now, if for some reason you cannot determine which one made the most sales, then measure the next best part, which is which video got the most clicks. Now, notice I didn't say views or click-through rate or average watch duration, all of those things that YouTube wants you to pay attention to. You want to measure either sales or clicks. Once you have determined that a video has done quote unquote well, then make sure that you create more of that type of video, and all of a sudden you have a big binge fest that people are going to do on one topic when they discover your videos. Then simply just rinse and repeat. To review the binge to buyer blueprint so that you can make more money per view is the target, where you find where you want to send your viewer, the plan so that you can plan out each video and make it easier to execute, the banger, where you can create videos with the appropriate information to maximize the number of people who become buyers, and the binge, where you put everything together, analyze the results, and then rinse and repeat. But now that we know how to drive traffic and eyeballs to these offers, what offer should you use for your business? Well, in this video, I show you exactly how to choose the right target based on your business, based on your life goals, and putting it all together to blow up your business.